It's Friday, September 15th. Summer is drawing to a close, and fall is just around the corner. What a perfect time for football and barbecue.
Kelsey Johnson.
I'm Jeff McCourt. Welcome to Texas Passions.
Well, I'm back at this stadium a lot sooner than I had anticipated. Once again, I'm at the Georgetown ISD Athletic Complex. Tonight, the Georgetown Eagles will face off against their district rival, the Hutto Hippos. Jason Dean has been the head coach of Georgetown since 2009. He led them to the playoffs last year, where they lost in the first round to Brenham. They ended their season with an 8-3 overall record.
Alex Medina, escorted by her parents,
Stephen Van Meter is the head coach of the Hutto Hippos. He's been there for 5 years. He was the head coach at Friendswood for the 20 previous seasons. The Hippos made the playoffs last year and were eliminated by Magnolia in the first round. They ended 2016 with a 7-4 overall record. Current temperature's about 89 degrees. Some high scattered clouds, very little breeze, no mention of rain in the forecast. Great night for football. Both of these teams come into this game undefeated with 2-0 records. They want to keep that momentum going as they open district play. I want to give a special shout out to Scan Send Tex. He left me a reply to my last week's video and suggested I attend this game tonight. It should be a good one. While the fans get in the stands and the teams get ready to take the field, let me show you the barbecue I ate earlier today.
I had eaten at Full House Barbecue last year, prior to the game between Georgetown and Cedar Park. Unfortunately for me, they were out of ribs when I got there. Ever since, I've been looking for a reason, excuse, to go back, and tonight's game gave me just the opportunity I needed. Full House is right where I found them last year, a small food trailer park at 402 West Morrow Street in Georgetown. Robert Garrett is still the owner, pitmaster, cutter, and counterman. He greets everybody with a big smile and a warm welcome. I reminded him that I had been to Full House last year and needed to sample some of his ribs. He said I was in luck. He still had plenty. I figured I would just order my usual brisket and pork ribs, but it took him only about 2 seconds to talk me into getting a beef rib. I also got some pork ribs, and he threw in a couple of slices of brisket as well. The beef rib was fantastic. Great outer bark, tender, with a deep smoky flavor. Fred Flintstone would have been proud. The pork ribs were also good. I had to chew the meat from the bone, but it was juicy and full of flavor. The brisket had a nice bark and was deeply smoked. Now I prefer mine sliced from the moist end instead of the lean end of the brisket, but this was still tender and went down just fine. There was a squeezed bottle of thick red sauce on the table. It had a nice flavor, even though it didn't have much of a spicy kick. In between serving customers, Robert came out of his trailer and talked with me and some of the other gentlemen eating at his covered picnic tables. I told Robert that he'd lied to me last year when he said his ribs were good. His eyes slowly widened as I responded, "They're not good, they're great." He broke into a big smile and went back to his trailer to serve another customer. Like I said last year, Full House is a no-frills kind of place. Just really good barbecue served by a really friendly guy. A great Texas barbecue joint. This barbecue is outstanding and rates 2 hook'ems. Hutto took the opening kickoff and began a long, methodical drive downfield. They used their passing game to open up their running attack. Chuck Smolbuku scored from 7 yards out. The holder dropped the snap and the extra point kick was no good, leaving the score 6-0, with 6:22 in the first quarter. The Hippo defense forced Georgetown to go 3 and out. Hutto again moved the ball downfield. Quarterback Chase Griffin hit DJ Baptist on an up and out route for a 16-yard touchdown. This time the point after kick was good. The Hippos led 13-0 with just over 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Once again, the Eagles went 3 and out and were forced to punt. They ran a total of just 6 plays in the first quarter. The teams exchanged punts as the game moved into the middle of the second quarter. The Hippos moved into Georgetown territory. On third down, Griffin was pressured, and the play was ruled an incomplete pass instead of a fumble. After a penalty gave the Hippos the ball on the 11, a throwback pass to Aaron Castro was sniffed out by Tyler Knowles for no gain. The Hippos settled for a 29-yard field goal to push their lead to 16-0. The Eagles returned the kickoff to their 29-yard line. Quarterback Cooper Bell threw to Caden Leggett for a gain of 8. On the next play, Bell found Leggett behind the defense for a 63-yard touchdown. The extra point made it 16-7 to close out the first half scoring. Hutto failed on a 35-yard field goal in the third quarter when the holder dropped the snap. The third quarter ended with Hutto still leading 16-7. The Eagles were on the march to begin the fourth quarter. Facing 4th and 6 from the Hippos' 25, Bell passed to Leggett for a first down on the 18. 2 plays later, Bell threw off his back foot to Nick Crombie at the goal line. He caught the pass and fell into the end zone for the score. The extra point cut the lead to 16-14. This time the Eagles' defense put up a stone wall and forced Hutto to punt. Brock Brushnack shanked the punt, giving Georgetown a short field. After an incomplete pass, running back Eric Anderson ran down the sideline for a big 42-yard gain. Cooper Bell connected with his favorite target, Caden Leggett, on an option pass for a 16-yard touchdown. The Eagles' 2-point try failed as Bell's pass sailed wide. Georgetown took their first lead of the night at 20-16 with 6:46 left to play. That lead was short-lived as the Hippos stormed right back. Chase Griffin connected with DJ Baptist on a 60-yard bomb. The Hippos missed another point after kick, so the score stood at 22-20 with 5:54 to play. Now it was the Eagles' turn. Strong runs by Anderson moved the ball to the Georgetown 42. And then the lights went out, casting the field in darkness. Lights from people's cell phones and the scoreboard weren't nearly enough for play. After a 17-minute delay, the stadium lights returned and the game resumed. Bell connected with Crombie over the middle for a 39-yard gain to the Hippos' 12. Bell's passes were batted away incomplete on 2nd and 3rd down, so the Eagles were forced to settle for a 27-yard field goal. This gave them a 23-22-point lead with only 2:02 left in the game. The Hippos used their passing attack to move the ball into Georgetown territory. Chase Griffin connected with Caleb Forrest for a first down on the Eagles' 18. Griffin ran a quarterback draw down to the 12 with just 24 seconds left to play. Griffin was tackled on the 15, and the Hippos let the clock run. They used their final timeout with 2 seconds left to set up the winning field goal. It came down to one play. All the problems the Hippos had with missed extra points and field goals, could they make the game winner? The snap was good. Holder Jared Herrick got the ball down, and Isidoro Barrios knocked in a 34-yard field goal. The Hutto crowd went wild as the Hippos won 25-23. Both quarterbacks had an excellent night. Chase Griffin threw for 374 yards and 2 touchdowns, completing 26 of his 39 passes for Hutto. Cooper Bell completed 16 of 28 passes for 245 yards and 3 scores. Neither quarterback threw an interception. Eric Anderson picked up 127 yards on the ground with 16 carries for Georgetown. Hutto needs to work on their kicking game. Brock Brushnack averaged less than 18 yards a punt, and the Hippos missed a field goal and several extra points. But the key takeaway from this game is redemption. The field goal team redeemed themselves on the final play when Isidora Barrios made the winning kick. Again, my special thanks to Scantex for suggesting I attend this game. It was indeed a good one. That's it for this episode of Texas Passions. If you liked what you saw, please click on the thumbs up button on YouTube. Feel free to share this video with friends and family. Write something in the comment section and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. Maybe you've got a team I should see or a favorite barbecue place I should try. Suggestions are always welcome. If you like what you saw, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just click on my logo when it pops up and go from there. You can view previous episodes of Texas Passions by clicking on the links displayed. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.